All right, let's talk about load-bearing walls. We look here in the layout. You have interior load-bearing wall, and then you labeled this your interior load-bearing wall. A load-bearing wall is a wall that takes the weight of the trusses. If we look at your roof framing plan, these trusses are running this way, right? All of them are running this way. There's no way that this wall would be load-bearing. This one could be load-bearing, but there's no need to make it a load-bearing wall. So I wouldn't even make this a load-bearing wall. But the only one that could actually hold the weight of the trusses would be this one. But we're not going to do that either. So this is not a load-bearing wall. This is not a load-bearing wall. This is not a load-bearing wall. The only load-bearing walls is here and here. And we're bearing on this girder. This is bearing load. And this is bearing load. This is bearing load. This is bearing load. But as far as these big trusses, they're only holding weight on this wall. You see where it ends? What's holding it up. And you see where it ends on this side? That's what's holding it up, this wall. There are only two load-bearing walls. Those are where the trusses sit. Let me see if I can show you an example of sitting on wall. Load-bearing means the truss is sitting on the wall like that. But it's not sitting in our case, it's not. You see? And we don't need to put a weight on this because we can hold it up with this wall here, which is already a load bearing because it was the load bearing from the pre-existing house. We can use this if we wanted to, and use this, and use this, and just leave the rest of it alone. So no need for load bearing wall on this. So what we're going to end up doing is just taking this out, delete. This, we need to go in here and get rid of this, delete. I think that's the only place you got them. And we can actually keep this wall because that's for toilet, and this wall because that's for toilet. That wall stays and that wall stays. Everything else looks clean. It was just that. And if you want to look at the detail that I had to make for the outside, because I ended up putting these in because we are actually building on top of the existing wall. So I made this detail here that shows the existing wall, exterior finished stucco coat, existing wall to remain, new CMU wall, which starts here, over the existing bond beam. See, existing bond beam to remain, and then we're going with blocks. How we're going to attach that, see, we put new CMU wall over top of existing bond beam. We're going to drill into the existing bond beam and insert a number 5 dowel 48 inches on center and epoxy into place. 1 by 2 nailer up top so they can nail the plywood, and a new bond beam up the top here. And that's how we're going to tie it all together. But that's the other detail that I made for this to make this all work. But again, yeah, load bearing walls are only walls that carry the weight of the trusses. We're not going to be carrying any weight here or here, so we don't have to worry about those. All right.